Alright, let's take a look at the new Haas Online Trade Server TradeBot. Here is the Start menu, some general information. Just double click and you can see whatever you want from the menu. Some basic information here. Okay, let's go back to the menu. You also have a nice overview of current prices. Here we go. Arbitrage overview, more price charts, some RSS feeds. Okay, let's get down to it. The trade server. That's where all your trade bots are. Let's make a trade bot. Double click, trade bot. Alright, I have a few set up, but we're going to make a new one. This just shows with the trade server you can have unlimited bots. At the moment, I've got 5 trade bots running. You just click here, add new trade bot. Okay, default setting is already at BTC-E with Bitcoin to US dollar, trade amount 0, but all you do is go over here to edit. Okay, so scroll down, basic settings, let's see, BTC-E, US dollar, to Bitcoin. Okay, we'll keep that. But let's not do it. Let's say we want to do, let's trade Litecoin to Bitcoin. Go to that currency pair, press save. Okay, here it still shows Bitcoin US dollar, but up here is where it's important, bot settings. Make sure there is at the currency pair that you would like to trade. Okay, now let's go down here. If you want, we can give it a name, new bot 5001, for example. Just start by trading 1 Litecoin for 1 Bitcoin, and then let's press save. Okay, so here we go. 1 Litecoin. We haven't started any trading, so we don't have anything over here in our totals. Alright, let's scroll down. Safeties. Trade server offers a lot of different safeties. Let's see what we have. Static drop loss. That would be more or less a classic drop loss. Static roof out, that's new. To be honest, I haven't really tested that out, but from the looks of it, that's almost the opposite of a drop loss. That means if the price increases to a certain level, then the bot will start to automatically sell all of the coins you have in your trade amount. Dynamic drop loss. Drop loss is going to change. Dynamic roof out. Oops, sorry about that. And moving average drop loss. Right now, let's just take a look at that. That seems to me to be the most interesting. Alright, here we go. So we have moving average drop loss safety, 97% of the price. Moving average length is 21. Okay, we could get into the details of what all that moving average stuff is, but I'm not going to get into the exact details. In my opinion, it's good to have one safety. Indicators. Lots of indicators. RSI, different kind of RSI. Rate of change. Percentage of change. Stasi. MACD. MACD histogram. PPO. I even forgot what that is even called. PPO. Anyway. Let's go with MACD histogram, which is similar to a EMA or SMA. We can edit. Right now we're just going to stick with the default settings. You can change your moving average settings here. let's change this to 5 minutes. So, hit save. There we go. You can also, what's cool is you can also set each indicator only to buy or sell, or as the classic setting, that the indicator can trigger a buy or a sell setting. Okay, let's go back. Alright, insurance. You could say, oh, I don't want any insurance, but let's take a look. Overcome fee costs so that when you make a buy and a sell, that you're not going to lose money just because of the cost of the trade. Price change, percentage change, or avoid buy and sell walls. Okay, without getting into a whole lot of detail, let's just go with percentage change, which, if set at default, which is 1%, is going to cover your exchange fees anyway. So, if the price changes 1% up, and this indicator says buy, then the bot will buy. If the price goes down 1%, and this indicator says sell, then the indicator will sell. Safety will take an effect if the price goes down by 97%, if the price is down by 3%, but that's recalculated on the moving average. Okay, it sounds a little bit complicated to really explain in a good way, but this just shows you some of the potential of the bot. I can also add an indicator. I can use, maybe I want to take a MACD, and we could add a RSI to it. I think to start out, let's put both indicators at the same amount of time. So we've got both indicators at 5 minutes. I hope. Let's see, did I get that at 5 minutes? 1 minute, no, that's wrong. 5 minutes. Okay, back. Alright. Okay, that looks good to me. We've got insurance. We've got our indicators. We've got our safety. Trade logbook is empty because bot is not on. Let's turn the bot on. Go here, press activate. Okay. But is the bot doing anything? Let's check. Go to the debug log. Looks like something's going on. Here you can read exactly what the bot is doing, and to check if your API information is communicating correctly with the exchange. Okay, let's check out current signals, see if we see anything there. Hold. Yeah. So you go here, click one of these. This is the signal of the trade bot. The bottom, it's buys, and if the signal is at the top, it sells. 0, buy, 100, sell. We can see what our MACD is doing. A nice chart. We can see what the RSI is doing. Not much right now, we just started the bot. Okay, let's go to TradeBot's overview. Let's see, edit, and let's go here to current signals. Okay, here we've got a bot that's been running for a while, using one indicator. Here we go. Though we can see here where it was at 0, that's where it bought, and up here is where it sold. first. You have to realize, let's say I had this indicator and another indicator. Just because this indicator was in the buy threshold, the other indicator would have to agree with it also. So all the indicators have to agree before the buys or sells. Or your indicator plus your insurance. For example, in our case, we have 1% increase, decrease. So let's say the indicator said buy, but it wasn't 1% price difference, therefore there would be no action. So it makes some nice little graphical charts for you. You also have down here at the bottom some price updates the whole time. TradeBot overview. Here you have a nice overview of what's going on. Here's the menu button. Back to the menu. Here you can add your API information for all the exchanges that are supported. You could also trade now. You don't have to use a bot. Just like you would directly at the exchange. Platform BTC-E. Pick your exchange. Pick your currency pair. Here's some price information. There you go. So you could also use this to flip quickly between different exchanges without having to have a bunch of tabs. I mean, you could do it with tabs too, but yeah, it does make it a little easier if you want to flip back and forth. And it has a little bit of an arbitrage overview here for you if you're into that kind of stuff. Hey, it even has altcoin arbitrage, which is probably more interesting. And there's something going on there. Here's one. Or here. What's that? Looks interesting. Anyway, maybe I'll have to do that after the video. Okay. You can also check out your wallets to see how many coins you have. You can see if there are any open orders. If you have open orders on a currency pair, the bot is not going to trade. So you can't have open orders. Let's say you're trying to trade Bitcoin to dollar and you have an open order because you want to buy at 500 when it crashes, then the bot is not going to trade. You got to take away all your orders for the bot to work, just so you know that. There might be a way around that. You could just make another account and then put your limit order on that account for example. So there's ways around that. Alright, this is the basic overview of the Hass Online trade server. It's a really powerful tool. It's probably the best bot for cryptocurrencies that I've seen. It's not a money-making machine. You do have to know what you're doing. But if you do know what you're doing, you can use it as a great tool to help you trade. Okay, talk to you soon.